Sup, dog. I recorded like a lot of footage of this, and then I realized my mic wasn't even working. So I was basically just talking to a goddamn camera, all for nothing. But it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. I got my energy drink. I'm going to drink some more. Oh, yeah. I'll just drink 15 more cups of coffee and 5 more energy drinks, and I'll be calm, all right? Today, we're going to be talking about a little bit of strategy and just accountability as a player. When you're playing a game, there's going to be a time where you're going to lose, and you're going to lose tremendously, horribly. It's going to be a shit storm and shit in your face, and it's going to be disgusting. But there's only 2 ways to get out of it. Either just gaslight yourself and just say, that's not right, or you're going to own it and try to change it. We're going to be looking at my stream yesterday. There's 2 examples where we do really, really awesome, and there's another example where we just do really, really bad. And I'm just like, what the fuck happened? And I already know what happened because I'm fucking super smart, and I got like an AI brain that just gives me paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs of information of how we won and how we lost. I just have to filter some conspiracy theories and brain rot that I have, you know, over the years of just being on the internet. But this game is just so fast paced that it's kind of hard to just analyze yourself and just say, what could I done better? And I always tell people, just look at your VOD. Oh, I noticed I did this. Why did I do this? Was that a good idea at the time? If it was a good idea at the time, then I'll accept it. But what can I do better moving forward? What is the lesson to learn? And even pro players do this. I lurk on some of the other like professional streams, and they just call each other out. They're like, you should have done that, and you should have done that, and I need to do this, and we need to do this as a plan, and we need to shape this up. And what's the issue here? They want to get good. And some of my friends could take the criticism very well and improve. Others usually do not take the criticism, or they fail to learn. And at that point, they just have a demon that they got to fight themselves because it's an internal battle that they're struggling with. And I usually just play with better people after that. But we're going to look at these 2 examples. So again, I usually play every day about 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. PT. And I usually play for a few hours all the way up to like midnight, 1 in the morning. It all fluctuates. It's all about if we're having a good time or we're drinking beers or just, you know, shooting the shit. However, this is the round that kind of showcased what we were doing well and what we were not doing well. And I'll let the vid speak for itself, but I'll add some commentary of what we were doing. So we're going to go to A because we know they're going to plug. They plugged the push. So I see one guy there, and my attention's on this one guy. I look back and I saw my teammates a little bit slow, and I'm like, are you guys ready to push? Because if they're ready to push, that means maybe I should lead the charge. If they're not ready to push, then I'm going to wait for them. Yep. I'm right next to you. So Peaches says, no, you're not next to me. Come back. And I saw the other guy on the other roof of that other building. And I was like, yeah, I'm out in the open. This is a losing battle. I'm going to hide for cover and get with Peaches. They're on the roof. They're all on the roof. I'm just throwing damage and just basically say, hey, look at me. I'm over here as Peaches goes right. And I think Daddy's going left side. He pre-meshes to go in just in case. Right next to you. Close it up. Great mesh. That helped a lot. If you notice, he pre-meshed because he was looking for a camper. No camping, so he's opening the wall to go to the OBJ. The enemy saw that and wanted to push him, thinking he was by himself. However, it's me in the P90 and I'm unloading on him. Now, when the guy had his attention on me and was shooting at me, Peaches comes in with the mesh and he was providing support. Very great combo, very great synergy. A heavy and a medium with a healing beam is just a match made in heaven. Now, I don't know what Daddy's doing this whole time, but Daddy is a wild card. I could tell him one thing and he's just going to do whatever he fucking wants. He'll be like, okay, what do you guys need me to do? And he even knows it. So it's not even me talking shit about it because he knows the truth. Again, all of my friends, Peaches, Daddy, all the homie G's I know, I love them to death. They're good bros, but they piss me off at times and they know it. We know Daddy's a wild card. So we're basically building a team around him. And we ask him, what is your weapon? What is your class? He's like, oh, I'm gonna be a light with like a light gun or some shit. And we're like, okay, we're gonna make it this way. We get in a game and he's just totally switches the gun, switches the medium, and even Peaches was like, what the fuck, Daddy? And he's just laughing because he knows. He's like, don't worry, we'll win. And he knows his problem. He's not a communicative guy. And that's like one of his struggles. Oddly enough, we kind of did better with him as a medium than him as a light. But besides the point, he doesn't communicate really well. Knowing that, I trust that Daddy does seal the deal. So I'm hoping he's going to seal the deal somehow and do his own autistic way.
Good.
Okay, Peaches goes out, going to heal.
I'm healing you.
He does a strategic RPG for some reason. I'm trusting that they're doing something.
Yep.
And they were. So the RPG was probably shoot that guy down on the ground because he was on the roof. Daddy goes in to capitalize on that. However, he's gaining hit. His life's half, so he's coming back to the healing ball. Peaches got those blue balls that he always uses. This is like a little strategy that you could do, that you have one guy with full health come in and, shoot and take some damage. As he comes out, you rotate a brand new character in. And as the enemy is trying to go and, seal the deal on this guy, he's got you to face, and then he dies. It's like a bait and switch tactic. All right, I don't seal the deal, but I know he jumps up, gives me time to reload, go back inside. Everybody's, healing again.
Yep, that's guy.
Right. So Peaches kills somebody, and then this is the last guy because we killed one. This is a second death. This is the last guy to kill. And we did it. But you don't hear the alarm sound. So I know somebody out there either got res or they used a coin.
Might be bait. Oh.
And I knew it might be bait.
One of them did. Heavy
did. So I tried to body block.
There we go.
So I tried to body block to help Daddy. Unfortunately, Daddy died, but we killed the last guy. And we heard that sound, and we're good. Now we're going to get this box. We go from third place, and good call out, to second to first place. Excellent. Everything was just looking great. We were all synergizing. We were doing a cool play. Shortly after, it all came crumbling down.
Okay, on you.
So,
okay, on the way.
So Peaches says, let's get on the roof. And I said, okay, on my way. Because our dynamic is I'm the medium, he's a heavy. I want to try to be close to him. Not so close that we could get, naded or CL40 or whatever have you. We don't want to get so close that we both take damage, but just close enough that I can use my healing beam to heal him. So we get on the roof. So when he says get on the roof, he pings the window. So he's going to be downstairs. I'm going to be above the roof. Daddy comes with. He's a cloak guy. He's going to that other building. Remember. And I know that we're about to fight people. So I'm hitting the little zip line because I don't want to get backdoored. Everybody's in position. So Daddy's over here hitting windows still. I don't know why he keeps hitting windows, but if his job was going to be in the house and hit a window and just stay there and use this window to overlook OBJ, I'm okay with that. But I don't know what he's doing over there. Peaches, on the other hand, I still don't know what he's doing over there as well, but I'm assuming he's looking at OBJ or out here. I know on this map, they're either going to come through these trees, this street, or all the way in the back, behind the speed rail. Since they spawned here before, the game likes to just respawn you in the same spawn. So I know they're going to come in this direction.
They're here.
So I'll unload my P90. I don't know what they're doing. I don't hear them doing anything. I don't hear gunshots or anything. I think maybe Daddy's trying to shoot with like his silenced pistol. I think he had the silenced pistol this round. I'm not too sure. I see Peaches getting hit. There's one guy here. The third is somewhere over there. And then the guy that I almost killed is back here. So what I'm trying to do is, even though that's a cash box, it's open. So I'm trying to get like a shoulder or like a foot. But unfortunately, the guy is like in the cash box, like the whole yellow, he's right behind it. I cannot shoot him. So now we have a turret to deal with and these two guys to deal with. And Peach is like, we need to keep this there. But I'm like, we still have time. And when I talked to Peaches afterwards, he said he had an RPG, but he didn't get to reload it in time. So he took some of the blame, because if he had a regular RPG, he could have shot either the person that was about to hit it because he was almost dead, or the turret. but he didn't have it. So that's something that he took as his own personal responsibility.
Rose, come on.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
What the fuck?
And that's it. And you look at my face, look how depressed I am. I am depressed, but I have a shit-eating grin because I knew the fucking problem. Peaches is a KS-23 player. He is shift Wing against a team that he knows has like a Lewis gun and like all these like sustainability guns. If Daddy is going to be, if we're going to be the hammer and anvil and Daddy's a wild card and he's going to go swoop in, right, for that big clash, Daddy should either be in this house behind on the second floor and coming out, or because again, he was cloaked, he could be out in the open and in a bush, and when he hears people near him, he could cloak, go out, shoot, and then run into a house. For him to be in a house next to us, far, far, far in the back, it's not really optimal. So we all could have done something personally to be better. For me, I think I was in the optimal position on the roof. I threw DPS out for that one guy, and I whittled his life down so somebody could get the kill shot. And in my head, it's like, should I be even closer? Should I be over here next to the fence line? Should I be closer to Peaches? Should I communicate and said, let's go push? Is there something I could do? But the thing is when I said this, Peaches was just like, what are we doing? And and listen to this, listen to this.
I don't know what's
I don't know. I'm getting frustrated.
He's frustrated.
Yeah.
The Retros are proving to the world that they are still a force to be reckoned with as they snatch the victory
Peaches,
in this round.
I know you don't want me to, but we could look at the VOD to see what happened to try to tighten up the screws.
Words of wisdom.
No, there's no need to look at a VOD right there.
There is plenty of reasons.
You know why he said there's no reason to look at a VOD right there? Because he doesn't want to accept the fact that something bad happened, and he doesn't want to look at it. There's going to be some people, some players in this world, it's easier to just accept the loss and being the loser than accepting the personal responsibility to change. In my head, I'm like, I already know the solution. Daddy shouldn't have been too far away. Peaches shouldn't shift W as a KS-23 player for that one guy. And even then, let's just say I know time was like short and we needed that steal, but that box, that 6 box was that was owned by Pink. We could have bet that Pink would have plugged it in. And if they plugged it in and we just shift W to death, we're playing rank. So if a team wipe, we get negative points. If we would have kept our points and didn't shift W to death and probably killed them, they'll get negative points, and then there's a possibility that we could win. Unfortunately, Pink didn't put the box in the cash out, and so we will still lost. But at that point, it's like, do you just want to shift W and die just because it's like, well, there it goes? Or do you still want to have the fight in you to try to be better? And Peaches doesn't like the VOD thing because there's one time I was playing Arc Raiders and I was telling this person, this individual, another good friend of mine, this is what the plan should have been. And he was like, no, 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 no. And I had to go through the VOD and I had to painstakingly show him all the things about the VOD. And in his perspective, he didn't even see the truth. But the VOD doesn't lie. It's a video, it's a body cam, it's a whatever. And when he was looking at it, he was making more excuses like, oh, what there, and you, and you, and you, and you, never me, never him. It's easier to just blame everything or just pretend something exists rather than look deep down inside. But that's where the demons are there. And the demons are going to tell you, dog, you're cool, dog. You ain't that cool. And after like almost like 2 hours of my stream going in depth with this VOD, the Arc Raider was like, you know what? You're right, but I don't want you to be right. And he just literally admitted it. And then he left. And everybody on stream knew that he was wrong. All the homie G's knew he was wrong. And then the next day we were friends again. And he was even trying to cope and say like, well, I'm not going to play with you if you're going to do that stuff anymore. And I'm like, well, I'm just trying to tell you, dog, that if you want to get good and you want a better scenario, this is the way to do it. Hell, we'll do a little quick story time. I used to play Hunt Showdown all the time. Hunt Showdown is kind of like the finals. It's like 3v3, v3, v3, but it's an extraction shooter. And I had two friends, let's just call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and they're like, oh, I need to kill 5 zombies with poison and fire. So no silencer, no nothing. They just get a gun and go bam, 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 bam. oh, I finished my weekly, and I'm sorry, but in this game, sound means you're dead. So everyone can hear Tweedledee and Tweedledum shooting. They all come and they kill them. And loss after loss after loss, I'm like, I want to win. What can I do to win? And I'm brand new in the game, so I'm trying to learn from Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And they're always like, oh, stick together, stick together. And I'm like, every time we stick together, we either get a bunch of fucking zombies killing us, a bunch of nades thrown at us. Like, we're always fucked. So I made the executive decision of like, okay, you guys could stick together. I'm going to be the scout. So I scouted ahead. And every time I scouted ahead, I was in a bush or in a tower or on a roof, I heard and seen the enemy coming. And I was able to warn Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and they were able to like, ambush them. This plan worked so much, we kept winning match after match after match. Win, win, win. We were so good at winning that they were getting mad at me for winning. I still remember this scenario. We were in that map where there's a big fucking tower of power. I went up the tower of power. Those butt buddies were in like a building, just butt buddying it up. The whole server was there. And I just eliminated almost every single one of them, except for one guy, and I think he got necroed. And unfortunately, I died. I know I can put the team on my back, but sometimes I die. And they were so mad. They're like, oh, you died. We can't get you in the tower. And I'm like, well, it's 2v1, and he's almost dead. He's like half health. Go get him. Well, guess what happened? They fucking died because they suck ass. And they were like, oh, well, you know, it was you. You're the problem in the tower. We were by ourselves. If we could have stuck together. And then I'd be like, dog, look at the kill count. Who has the most kills? And I remember showing them the VOD. I remember showing the kill count, and they hated me to be right. There's going to be some people, whether it's going to be an Arc Raiders or Hunt Showdown, no matter how much of a team play you are, no matter how good you are, there's going to be some people that hate you just because you're right and just because you're good at the game. And again, I feel like it's just an internal thing. They want to be good at the game, and they don't want you to be good at the game. Why? Because they think you're a fucking retard. See, I'm the best. I am the best that ever fucking lived, dog. And you know why? Because I could prove it from time to time. I'm also half retarded. And that's okay. I accept that I'm half retarded. It's a 50-50 mix-up. Are you going to get the brain-dead retarded Joestar? Or are you going to get the godlike crazy plays Joestar? I try to lean more towards the get good Joestar, but sometimes I like to have fun. But I'm very consistent of being good. When you show off your fun side, your retarded side, some people see that and say, man, I hate that guy because he's successful, he got laid, he got the money, he got the glory. So I'm just going to hate. But hate is going to hate, dog, even if it's your own friends or your teammates. So again, this video might be sounding like I'm just shitting on my friends or whatever, but you know, Daddy's a good guy and Peach is a good guy. You see him all the time. They always come on my stream. We always hang out. We always, you know, homie G stuff. We always talk about ladies and girls and titties, you know, drinking beer and whatever have you. So I know these guys could take it. I would like to show this video to the world because there's going to be times and examples where you're like, how can I get good? And the way to get good is actually watching your own videos. Watch your own recording. Every pro player does this. And when someone tells you, I don't want to see the video, I don't want to learn, then you have to accept that they'll never be good. Even if let's just say I was ass at a round. Let's just say I was ass at a round, right? And I did something really, really bad. And one of my friends, Daddy or Peaches or whatever have you, say, you should look at the VOD because we saw this and you need to see it. I'm going to hate it. I'm going to feel like it's a waste of time, but I'm still going to watch it. I'm going to watch it to, you know, try to prove them wrong that I'm right. But maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I don't want to live my life being wrong. And even if I was right, maybe I'll find something that they didn't see that was a better solution that I could work on. And that's it. There's more examples I could show on the stream that we were doing really, really well and really, really bad. I think that was just a perfect, like, we went in, we stole it, but then we just gave it up right away. And even when I was trying to like tell them like, dog, we should look at the VOD, and they didn't want to listen to it. It just shows like some people just need to accept the fact that something bad happened and what can they do to improve. If you ever catch me streaming live at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. PT, that's when I start. I usually go until like midnight or 1 in the morning, depending if we're having fun, drinking beers, having, you know, shooting the shit. You'll catch me at times where I even say to myself, was this the right weapon in this position? Or should I choose something different? Maybe I should have went melee. Maybe I should have used this equipment. Instead of breach drill, maybe I should have did jump pad. I'm always trying to constantly think, what is the better option in this scenario? Should I go more DPS with a light and an M11? Should I be a heavy fat fuck with an RPG and maybe an M60 and goo gun? I'm always trying to think of better ways to win. And the easier way to do that is just looking at my own videos. I look at myself and I'm like, okay, that was a good play, but this wasn't. How can I be better here? Sometimes I already know the answer. The answer is I was just being a dummy and I just went Shift W in the open fields. But other times I'm like, why did I Shift W in the open fields? Was there any strategic reason, and did that surpass the risk and reward? Was it high risk, high reward, or was it high risk with no reward? You see that like back and forth struggle, that intellectual battle between me, myself, and Irene, my gay self? That battle should be included in everybody's brain. And if you're thinking to yourself like, man, I don't know how I could be so good in the finals, I keep losing, how many more losses are you going to take without even trying to do something different? So again, this isn't like a hit piece on my friends and say, oh, fuck my friends, you know, I love my friends, they're homie G's at the end of the day. I'm still going to say what's up. We're still going to talk about women and beer and guns and freedom of speech. We're going to talk about all the cool stuff in the world. But sometimes it takes a friend to just be like, dog, what the fuck are we doing? And if they are good friends, they're going to listen to that and be like, fuck, maybe Joestar's right. Maybe we should listen or watch the VOD or do something different. And this is another reason why I like Daddy, even though he was just a wild card the whole night. And he was also talking to Chad and talking to, I think, like Lick 'em Low. He was talking to Chad about some like dad jokes or whatever. Daddy sighed and said, oh, just tell me what you need me to be and I'll do it. I was like, you know what? Respect, dog. And Peaches did the same thing. I just want to talk about the biggest tool to self-improvement anytime you play a game or just in life is just look inside yourself. Look deep down, have that conversation with yourself. And the easiest thing for video games is just look at your VODs. Try to record yourself and then look back at a match and say, what can I have done in that scenario to be better, to get the win? Because you could lie and say, oh, I'm still godlike. I don't need to look at myself. I'm the best. But the video doesn't lie, dog. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.